standard score or z-score. Pag dito naman sa standard score or z-score class, ito yung ating data value, or it is the number of the standard deviations that the value lies above or below the mean. So, gagamitin natin itong standard score or z-score para ma-measure natin on how many standard deviation a value is away from the mean. And we are using standard score or z-score to compare, of course, yung scores, let's say, from groups of data with different terms. Para makapag-compare tayo kung sino bang mas mataas ng standard score or what. No? So, dito sa ating pag-compute ng standard score class, meron tayong dalawang consider na formula. Siyempre, for population and for sample. Magkaiba po. Or pareho lang din naman yung process. Pero magkaiba yung mga symbol na gagamitin natin. So, for population, ang gagamitin natin na formula is z equals to x minus mu divided by our variance, or our standard deviation, our population and standard deviation. And when it comes to for sample naman, gatong gagamitin natin na formula. So, z is equal to x minus sample mean divided by our standard deviation. No? So, ito yung gagamitin natin na dalawa. Wherein, kakailanganin natin yung mga values ng ating mean at saka standard deviation para ma-compute natin yung tinutukoy natin sa z-score. And take note na kapag sa z-score, ang ating nakuha na z-score, value ng ating z-score ay positive, yung yung value is above the mean, and kapag negative naman yung nakuha natin na z-score, the value is below the mean. So, ulitin ko lang, kapag positive yung na-compute natin sa z-score, yung value is above the mean. Pero kapag negative yung nakuha natin na sagot, it is below the mean. Okay? The mean itself always has a z-score of 0. And take note then that a data value is considered to be unusual. Nagkakaroon tayo ng unusual kapag yung ating or kapag meron tayong more than 2 standard deviations from the mean. And meron din tayong unusually high if yung z-score natin is larger than 2. And unusually low kapag yung z-score natin ay less than negative 2. So, sulat ko lang unusually high, iano ko na lang, unusually high kapag yung z-score natin ay, kapag yung na-compute natin na z-score is greater than 2, pero meron tayong unusually low kapag yung z-score na nakuha natin ay less than negative 2. So, ito yung mga unusuality na matutukoy natin kung unusual high or at saka unusually low kung yung ating set of yung ating z-score ay greater than 2 and less than negative 2. Okay, so to further understand the lesson, let's have an example. Okay, so let's say meron tayong students. We're selected from 2 sections. So, meron tayong 2 sections and meron tayong dalawang estudyante from that 2 sections. And yung kanilang nakuhang score sa statistics examination nila ay ito. So, hindi na tayo mag-compute given na kaagad yung ating kakailanganin sa paggamit sa ating pag-compute ng z-score. So, denote natin dito ang first section. Okay, so yung sample mean na nakuha na compute sa first section ay 75 at ang kanyang sample standard deviation ay 5.6. Yan ay para sa first section ha. And then sa ating second section, yung na-obtain naman na sample mean ay 72 while the standard deviation ay 7. Okay, so yan yung mean at saka standard deviation na nagathered from the result of the examinations of the students from the two different sections. Now, the question is, from first section, meron si Linda. Si Linda ay galing sa first section at ang kanyang score na nakuha ay 68. So, sa second section naman, meron siyang kaibigan which is si Jessa. And ang nakuha naman na score ni Jessa ay 60. So, ang question ngayon is, sino sa kanilang dalawa ang mas higher ang standard score? So, i-compare natin yung kanilang dalawang score using z-score or standard score. Okay po? So, using our formula for sample, this one, ating gagamitin natin kasi sample yung lang yung ating ding given example. So, we have for Linda, no? Let's write it as z. Sulat ko muna yung formula. Z is equal to x minus the sample mean divided by the standard deviation. Now, ang ating z, ang ating x class is kung ano ba yung score ni Linda. That is 68. Less yung mean. Sa first section, kasi sa first section naman siya galing, that is 75 divided by the standard deviation na nakuha, 5.6. So, kapag kinumpute natin yan, 68 minus 75 is negative 7 divided by 5.6 will give us negative 1.25. Therefore, ang z-score ni Linda from the first section is negative 1.25. Now, let's compute for the z-score or the standard score naman ni Jessa. So, using the same formula, z is equal to x minus sample mean divided by the standard deviation. And then, ang x natin ulit is yung score ni Jessa, which is 60. Less sample mean, syempre si Jessa ay galing sa second section. Therefore, itong gagamitin natin na mean, 72, divided by ang kanilang standard deviation second section, which is 7. Therefore, 60 less 72 is negative 12, of course. Divided by 7 will give us negative 1.71. So, ito naman ang z-score ni Jessa from the second question. So, balik tayo sa question. Who has a higher standard score? No? So, na-compute na natin ngayon na dalawang z-score ng dalawang magkaibigan from magkaibang section. Sa malamang, since pareho silang negative, but we can see obviously naman na mas mataas ang z-score ni Linda kumpara kay Jessa. And wala naman tayong makikitang unusually low and unusually high, no? Wala namang lesser than negative 2 and wala namang higher than 2. So, walang unusually high and unusually low. And sa tanong na sino ang mas mataas ang standard score, we conclude that Linda has a higher standard score.